Good morning. Oh boy, we have some company this morning.
Perfecting our cat pose.
Yeah, well, let's put them outside because these two sometimes tend to start fighting and it becomes a problem.
I hope we don't have to do that with cows.
Okay, let's try that again. Good morning, everybody. If you're joining us for yoga, please take a moment to say hi and let us know that you are here. Brian's joining us again, wiping the cat fur off of his clothes. If you have yoga blocks, I want to encourage you to go ahead and grab them. If you don't have yoga blocks, if you have another yoga mat, then grab a hold of that, or grab a hold of a couple of books or a couple of pillows, something that you can use for some of the supportive stuff that we're going to be doing throughout this practice. So for now, let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. So we're going to bring our feet together, our knees nice and wide. Sit back on the heels. Good. And then bring your elbows out nice and wide. And you can use a block here under your forehead, or you can bring one hand on top of the other, either making two fists to give yourself a little more height or laying your palms flat. So settling into child's pose, go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to take several deep breaths here to really establish a long, deep breath that will sustain us all the way through. Go ahead and take a few moments here. Enjoying the sensation of the breath moving in and out of your body. As you breathe out, feel yourself releasing any tension, any stiffness, any toxicity, creating space as you let go on the out breath. And then on your in breath, draw some fresh, clean, vibrant energy into the body. And let your out breaths count, recognizing that your in-breath is only as good as your last out-breath. Letting your heart soften and open to the earth below and to the sky above through your back. Make sure that you're inviting the breath deep down into your belly and into your lower back. And then filling yourself from the base of the spine all the way up to the top. One long, deep, full breath in. And then as you exhale, exhale from the top all the way back down. Pulling your navel in toward your spine as you really empty on that out breath. Good. One more full breath in here. And on your next in-breath, let's come up onto all fours, coming into table. Good. And letting your heart and your navel drop down, lift both ends of your spine and feel a gentle stretch in your belly. So as you shorten and contract the muscles in your back, let the muscles in the front body lengthen and expand. And then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, lift and round your back, pulling your navel in toward your spine, getting the stretch in your back. Inhaling up. Yeah, go ahead and let him in. And then exhale round. We have a very persistent, angry cat wanting to come inside. Inhaling up. Go ahead and leave it open. Exhale, rounding. And just keep moving, letting the spine loosen and lengthen. Thank you, Brian. Inhaling up. Exhale, rounding. And just keep moving, loosening up the spine. So it's morning and you might be feeling a little stiff and cold and tight. Hey, Cass. And then you can start to move from side to side. So wagging your tail, swing your right hip and your right shoulder toward each other. And then hugging your left hip and your left shoulder toward each other. And then over to the right side. And over to the left side. Back and forth. Just feel some energy into your hips and into your lower back. Good. And then start moving, letting this movement continue all the way up the spine. So just move really loose like a slinky. Just explore, move, breathe. And then move in the other direction. Good. Now walking your hands forward. Start to move your hips in a full circle. So inhale, let them sweep down toward the ground. Exhale, stretching back. Moving and breathing, never compromising the breath for the practice, for the pose. Let the breath be the most important part of your practice. Good, and then let's move in the other direction. Moving and breathing and exploring, making friends with your body. Good, and then coming all the way back. Let's curl the toes under. Stretch your hips back towards your heels. And then lifting your wrists, come onto your fingertips into Spider Mudra. And then take some deep breaths here. Deepen the breath here and really feel your body undulating with the breath, moving with the breath. Feel the openness. So with each breath in, breathe into your back, breathe into your sides as well as into the front. With each breath out, letting go completely. Good, inhaling, let's come all the way back up. And then coming down onto your forearms, walking your hands forward, and then letting your hips kind of tilt forward, spill forward, letting your heart open to the earth below. This should be a nice deep stretch for the shoulders, but you can place a block underneath your forehead if you want that support. And remember, you have 3 different heights to choose from. And you can do it without a block. And if you happen to be really flexible and open in the shoulders, you can always bring your chin to the mat. But make sure that you're really honoring and respecting your body here, especially in the morning like this. You're still warming up. letting your heart open to the earth below, and letting come spill out of your heart anything that no longer serves you, anything you no longer need to be carrying around there. Inhale, lifting the shoulders, walk the hands back in. Good. Just feeling the space that has helped to create in your upper body. Good. Inhale, let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, pass the right arm through your left. We're going to thread the needle. So pressing into that right hand, reaching into that right hand, pressing into your left hand, exploring a twist here. Inhale, reaching that left arm up and moving your hands and your shoulders away from each other. So continue to expand across your chest. And you can stay here, or you can place your left hand on your sacrum, or you can hook it onto your right thigh, perhaps getting a deeper rotation through the shoulders, but still easing into things this morning. So again, no force, no aggression. Exploring what it's up for this morning. And let this help to set the tone for the rest of your day, helping you get in your body in a healthy way, a very balanced way, very respectful way. Make friends with your body, and your body will be friends with you. Good. If you want, you can always curl the toes of that left foot under and then lift your knee, keeping your foot on the mat. Breathing here. And you can stay here, or another option is you can bring your left foot up to meet your right hand. Just an option. Listen to your body. Trust the messages and the information that you're getting. Good. Inhale. Slowly unwind the arm, the leg, and on a big in-breath, push yourself back up to center. And let's take a moment, take a breath here. Feel the difference between the two sides of your body. Let everything come back to neutral, so we don't have to be in a quick hurry to go to the other side, right? Give your body an opportunity to come back to neutral. Good. Inhale, deep breath in. And as you exhale, passing your left arm through your right. Let's turn around actually so we don't have our backs to the camera, Brian. So we're going to pass the left arm through the right, pressing into the right hand, reaching into the left hand. Breathing into this here. Allowing space to be created behind that left shoulder blade, between your shoulder blades. Loosen on your next and back. And then just keep drawing that right shoulder back. Your palm is facing in the same direction that you're looking. So try not to turn your palm to face back, but palm faces forward. And then you have the option of placing your hand on your sacrum or hooking it onto that left thigh, exploring a deeper rotation, potentially, through the rib cage and the shoulders. So instead of just like tweaking your shoulders and using your arms to force you into a deeper twist, engage the muscles in your core and then use those deep abdominal muscles to help you rotate the rib cage to the right even more, and that will help to stack the right shoulder over the left shoulder. Good. So let that rotation come from the core up into the rib cage and then up into the shoulders. Now you have the option of lifting that right knee, keeping your foot on the mat. And you have the other option of bringing that right foot up to meet your hand. And maybe you grab a hold of your ankle. Maybe it doesn't make it all the way up there, but it gets close. And maybe you skip this part entirely. So as always, listen to your body. Make friends with your body. Good. Inhale slowly on the hand. You can lower place the leg, and on a big in-breath, come all the way back into table. And let's take a moment, take a breath here. Maybe a couple of cat and cow stretches to help everything come back to neutral and to help integrate that experience. Good. And coming back to a neutral. So actually, let's turn around here, Brian. And then we're going to step the right foot forward, all the way forward between the hands, so that you can sink into the hips and lift your heart. Now, this is one of those times when you could be working with blocks, and so you might want to do that here. A block under both hands, lifting your heart, allowing the shoulders to draw back and down so that you really lift your heart and sink into the hips. Good. And then press the hips back, pull back on the toes, lengthen forward. Remember, you have two heights to this block, so make it work for you. Get comfortable working with your blocks. It's really going to help you progress in your practice in a safe way. Good. Inhale, lower the hips, lift the heart. Take a moment, get stable through the lower body, lifting your upper body. We're going to reach the arms up. And as you exhale, palms together, bending at the elbows, let your thumbs come to the back of your neck and keep lifting your heart here. One more deep breath. Exhale, release the arms. Press the hips back. Pull back on the toes. Press your heart forward. Lengthen forward. Breathing deeply here. Inhaling forward. Again, sinking into the hips, lifting the heart. This time interlacing your fingers behind your back and then pressing your hands down toward the earth, lifting your heart toward the sky. You can look forward, or if you're feeling balanced, you can look. Good. Slowly release your hands back onto the mat. Press the hips back, pull back on the toes, lengthen forward. Inhale back into your low lunge. And with your left hand, let's go ahead and use a block if you have it. If you don't, just do your best, come up onto your fingertips. And then on your next in-breath, reach your right arm back. Follow your hand with your eyes. Get a stretch all the way up into your neck. And then you can press the hips back a little bit to take some tension off of your left thigh. And maybe you're able to grab a hold of your foot. And then let the hips sink forward and down again. So bringing a stretch into your quads here. Just do your best. If you can't reach, don't worry about it. If you have a strap, that might make this a little more accessible to you. You can wrap a strap around the foot and then very gently use the strap to help you get the stretch into your quads, into the front of your left thigh. Breathing. Keep sinking into the hips, lifting the heart, twisting here, looking over that right shoulder. Good. Slowly release. And we're going to press the hips back, pull back on the toes, and lengthen forward. Good. Now, go ahead and keep sliding back until maybe you're sitting on that left heel. You can uncurl your toes there. Yeah, now if this is not comfortable on your ankle, you can inner thigh. So that is an option. So take a moment here. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, walk the hands forward. Breathing. Good. Inhale. Let's come all the way back up and step that right foot back. Take a moment, feeling the difference between the two sides, feeling the opening in the hips. Maybe you're feeling it in your hamstrings. And let's bring this to the other side. So on your next in-breath, step your left foot forward. Sinking into the hips, lift your heart. As always, make sure this foot is flat and that your knee is over your ankle. What I don't want to see is this, and your heel is lifted. So get a good stable support system here. Lift your heart. Again, you can work with blocks here. Inhale, lift the heart, shoulders gently pull back down toward your hips. Sinking into the hips. And the toes lengthen forward. Breathe. Take a moment, slowly shake your head no, releasing any tension in the back of the neck. Can you go check on them really quickly, do you mind? We have a lot of animal action going on. So we're doing some deep stretches today because I've had a few requests for that. I like to mix it up. I do like a little more energetic practice at times, but these deep stretches can also be very energetic if you really are exploring the edge in your body. Good. So it's raining outside, so all the animals are inside, and dynamics between animals, just like people. Okay, so sinking into the hips. Thank you, Brian. Lifting the heart. Take a moment, get stable, get grounded. And on your next in-breath, we're going to reach the arms up. Exhale, sinking into the hips. Place the palms together, bending at the elbows, bringing your thumbs to the back of your neck. Keep lifting the heart, keep sinking into the hips, keep breathing, creating length and space in your front body. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, lower, place the hands, press the hips back. Pull back on the toes, lengthen forward, press the heart forward, draw the shoulders toward your waist, towards your hips. So try not to overthink your yoga pose here. These are pretty simple movements, and it's very easy to really get into our heads and overthink every little micro movement. We want to make sure that we don't let that happen in our yoga practice, right? We don't want to overanalyze and intellectualize our yoga poses just like we tend to do in life, right? So, okay. Inhale, lifting the heart. Brian, you could always put Casanova out front, and that will occupy him for a while, if you want. We have one cat that likes to kind of bully the other cat, even though the other cat is much tougher and could totally take him if he wanted to. Good. So, interlace your fingers. The earth, lift your heart toward the sky. Breathing. You can look forward, or if it's comfortable on your neck, you can look up. Just don't throw the head back. Make sure you're getting an intentional length all the way up into the neck. Good. Slowly release both hands on the mat. Pressing the hips back. Pull up on the toes. Lengthen forward. Good. Inhale, sinking into the hips, lifting the heart. Now with your right hand on your mat, reaching back with your left hand, and just let your eyes follow your hand. And then you can kind of ease up off the hips a little bit, press the hips back a little bit so that you're not into a full stretch. And then you can let that back foot pop up, maybe grabbing a hold of the foot. And if you can't reach it, don't worry about it. Hang out here, breathe, enjoy the twist. Just do your best and let that be enough. Good, so breathing into this. Slowly release. Both hands on the mat, pressing the hips back, pull up on the toes, lengthen forward. And then let's start to slide back, sitting on the heel. Inhaling deep breath. Exhale, lengthening forward. Good, inhale. Let's go ahead and sit tall. And we're going to bring that right leg forward. So now we have both legs forward. Roll the thighs out to the sides, root down through the sits bones and lift your heart. Inhaling, taking a nice deep breath. Are they going to let you practice with me this morning, Brian? Legs are active. Pull back, reach the arms up, interlace the fingers, turn and press the palms up, draw those arms back, breathing, engaging your core to help you keep your heart lifting here. Good. And then slowly release the arms, and let's draw the left foot in close. Good. Okay, so right hand on the mat. Inhale, let's reach the left arm up. Exhale, lengthen forward. You're just going to reach for that right foot. And if you can't reach, that's okay. Bring your hand to your shin. Whatever you can comfortably reach here. And then taking that left hand, left arm, rolling it forward. Roll it as far to the right as you can, and then bending your elbow, wrapping it around your leg. So if you don't do that rolling, you're not going to be able to wrap your arm around your leg. You want to roll your arm so that the bend of the elbow can wrap around your leg, your shin. And then you can perhaps reach back with your right hand, maybe clasping your fingers behind your back. And if you can't, that's fine. Keep your right hand on the mat and just keep hinging forward. This is another one of those times when we're working with a strap or an old belt or an old tie. Could come in handy because you could use them between both of your hands and kind of choke up on it until you find that perfect stretch for yourself. So inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, lengthening forward. Keep lengthening forward as if you're trying to kiss your knee or bring your nose to your knee. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. And then inhale, sitting nice and tall. Go ahead and bring that leg with you. And you want to turn and face forward? Let's try that. That might make it a little bit easier. Okay. So you can now bring this bottom leg in and give yourself a little bit more support. My left leg, so I'm not mirroring you right now. And doing your best, bring that leg up as high as you can on that left arm, maybe all the way up to the shoulder. Maybe you're able to hold your ankle in your hand. And maybe it doesn't look anything like that. Maybe you're like this, and that's totally fine. So you could be hanging out here. You could cradle your leg in like this. Just do what you can here, okay? So, breathing deeply, roll the foot around, loosen up the ankle. And you can use this right hand for support. So if you need to, use your arm and hand for support. You can stay right here. Or if you want to play with this, you can bring your right hand to your left foot, left heel. Bring that left arm out, and just like we did before, rotate that arm forward. And then you might be able to reach back with the other hand and come into a bind. I realize this might be really challenging, so that's why I'm giving you options. Don't worry about whether or not you're able to get all the way into this. Do what you can do. Like what Brian's doing is perfect. So if you're here, you can always experiment and explore with extending that leg. So you've got options here. Make this practice work for you. Most important thing is to breathe. First time I ever saw this particular move, I was in Costa Rica. I was bringing a yoga retreat there, and we did like a yoga, what's with the scarves? The
silks?
Yeah, the silks, thank you. The yoga silks. And this was a warm-up move, so we knew we were in trouble. Okay, and then slowly release. Just slowly release. And let your left leg rest on top of your right. Sit nice and tall. Breaths. If this is not comfortable, let your left foot rest in front of your right. So again, make it work for you. Now bringing your fingertips onto the mat behind you with your fingertips pointing away from you. On your next in-breath, lift your heart, open your heart to the sky, open your throat. Good. And then slowly release. Okay, let's shake out the legs, bring them out in front of us again. And then this time we're going to draw the right foot in close. Let there be a good fist's width between your foot and your left thigh. And you can have this left hand on the mat for support. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And as you exhale, reaching your right hand for your left foot. Even if you can't fully reach, just do your best breathing here. So if you have to, just bend the knee until you find that perfect stretch. Just get just the right amount of stretch that you can enjoy it and breathe into it, and you know something really good is happening. But you're not holding your breath, just waiting for it to be over. So you always want to find that sweet spot. Good. Now taking your right arm, rolling it forward so you can wrap your elbow around your knee. And just reach back, doing your best here. And maybe this is where you stay. He's already back. And then you can reach back with your left hand and grab a hold of the right hand. And again, that's an option. You may not be able to reach, and that's okay. Do your best and let that be enough. So hinging forward here. Lengthening forward, breathing. And good. Slowly release. Let's go ahead and face forward again, Brian. So you can lift this leg now, and maybe you're cradling your leg in your hands, and maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you want to do this here, just kind of get a nice release into the hip. The other option is to get that leg as high up on that right arm as you can. Left hand can support you on the mat. You can roll the foot around. Roll in both directions. right here, or you can grab a hold of the foot with your left hand, bring the right arm forward, roll it forward just like we were just doing, and then wrap it around your leg. Oh yeah, we were going to make a support with the lower body. So you can draw that left foot in. Sit nice and tall here, and then you can work toward extending or modify like Brian's doing over here. Make it work for you. Good. Smiling. Whatever you're doing, smiling. Good. Slowly release. And let's lower that leg onto your left leg or in front of your left leg, whatever allows you to sit tall and be comfortable. Bringing your hands onto the mat behind you, hug the shoulder blades together, lift your heart, open your throat. Good. Slowly release. Okay, let's get really good and comfortable and stable through the lower body. We're going to slide, we're going to mirror you now. Slide your left hand out by your side, bend the elbow, drop the shoulder, inhale, reach the right arm up and over. And let's open up through the side body. If it's comfortable, you can lower onto your forearm, but only if you can still keep that right hip on the mat. You can look up if it's comfortable. You can look down if that's preferable. Listening to your body, listening to what's going on in your neck. Breathing. Lengthening, open. Good on your next in-breath. Come all the way up. Roll out the shoulders. And then relax, just noticing the difference between the two sides of your body. And let's switch. Bring the outside foot to the inside, keeping everything nicely balanced. And then reach the right arm over, soften the elbow, drop the shoulder. Inhale, reach your left arm up and over. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Again, let's roll out the shoulders. Good. And let's just take a moment here, take a couple of deep breaths to really check into and listen to our bodies. So we've done a lot to open up and loosen up the hips and the shoulders. We've moved the spine in all 6 directions: forward bends, back bends, side bends, and twists from left to right. So your spine should be pretty happy, but we're going to work with a little bit more of a back bend here and a heart opener. You doing okay? Anything want to be addressed? No?
I'm all right.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and bring the legs forward and grab a hold of a block. Actually, grab a hold of both of them and keep them nearby. So slowly coming on to your back, hug your knees in close. Gently rocking from side to side. Some nice deep breathing here. And then placing your foot flat, rest your left ankle, place your right foot flat. Rest your left ankle on your right thigh, right by your knee. And then reaching down, passing your right arm through that little space between your thighs, left arm around. Go ahead and actually, you're going to grab a hold of your right thigh or your right shin and hug it in close. Flex both of your feet and just hug that leg in nice and close. So for those of you who did our yoga practice last night, the class we did on Wednesday evening, we did a lot of lower body strengthening poses, a lot of root chakra stuff. So this should feel really good for those of you who did that practice. This should really help to stretch out any soreness you might be feeling today. And then you can extend that right leg up into the air. You can slide your hands down your legs, maybe grabbing a hold of your ankle or your foot, your toes, whatever you can comfortably do. Inhale, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, engaging your core, bring your nose toward your knee. And then relax your upper body. Place your right foot flat, place your left foot flat. Take a moment, take a breath. And then go ahead and lift your legs so that your lower legs are parallel to the ground and flex your feet. And press your hands into your thighs, lifting your upper body, and then keep pressing your hands into your thighs into your hands, and you should be feeling your core waking up here. Waking up, waking up, waking up, breathing. If this is not comfortable on your neck, you can bring your fingertips around your ears just to help support the neck a bit. Breathing, just creating this opposing action, lifting your heart towards your thighs staying nice and neutral, your lower legs parallel to the ground. Place your feet flat. Bring your right ankle onto your left thigh, reaching through, grabbing a hold of that left leg as you hug that knee in close, and flex both feet. Breathing deeply. Good, and then you can extend this left leg straight up in the air. You can slide a hold of whatever you can comfortably reach. Maybe grabbing your ankle, maybe grabbing your toes. Inhale, deep breath, and as you exhale, engaging your core, bringing your nose towards your knee. And then relaxing your upper body. Go ahead and bend that left knee, hug both knees in close, and then extend your legs straight up in the air. And then lifting your upper body, reaching your fingertips toward that front edge of your mat. Good. Breathing here. And now with your right hand reaching for the toes of your left foot. Inhale, release. Left hand, right foot. Inhale, release. Other side. And other side. And if this is not good on your neck, then bring your hands, support your head with your hands so you can bring your fingertips around your ears, and then just bring your elbow from one side to the other. Don't use your hands to pull on your neck. Keep looking straight up, elbows out wide. All the movement is coming from your core. Just do your best here. Taking a break if you need to. Brian gives you permission. Listen to your body. Good. One more time to each side. And relax. Good. Hug the knees in close. And then bring your feet as wide as your mat and let your knees come together. And take a few breaths here. And gently roll your head from side to side. Just make sure your neck is nice and loose. And stretch from your fingers to your toes. Stretching, feel the stretch in that front body. Good, and then exhale, hug the knees in close. And let's rock forward and back. Okay, so this is where your blocks come in. And if you don't have a block, maybe you have an extra yoga mat or maybe you have a pillow. So we're going to do a supported heart opening pose. If you're working with blocks, you would place one of them between your shoulder blades, right up at the base of the rib cage where the fleshy part is, right where you hit that little bunch of muscles. And you can relax back using the other block to support your head. Remember, you can make this block as tall as you want because you want to make sure that you're not creating any discomfort in the neck. And then you can relax your arms out by your sides. If you're working with a yoga block or a yoga mat, you could have it rolled up and you could lay along the length of your spine. So you could lay it lengthwise, or you can turn it sideways so that it's right underneath your rib cage and your heart. So make that work for you. Some really comfortable support here. Arms out by your sides, palms facing up. You can bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees relax out by your sides. And you can close your eyes, relax, and breathe. So you should be able to relax here. If this is not comfortable, then make an adjustment until you're able to get comfortable. This should feel like a really wonderful, supportive heart opening pose. So breathe into this. Feel your heart opening. Feel the muscles in your chest relaxing, the muscles in your rib cage relaxing, your shoulders softening, your heart opening. Breathing deeply. Good. When you're ready, slowly draw the knees back. Straighten and relax your legs. Come up onto your elbows and slowly lift yourself up off of your block or your mat or your pillow, whatever it is you're working with. And you can move those blocks out to the side. And then slowly come down onto your back. Again, feet as wide as the mat, knees come together. Just relax and feel the changes that has helped to create in your body. And now straighten and relax your right leg. Bring your arms out wide at shoulder level. Inhale, deep breath, and as you exhale, roll over onto your right side, letting that left foot hook behind that right knee or rest on top of that right knee. Keep that left shoulder blade on the mat. So go just far enough onto that right side of your body to find the perfect twist without having to lift that left shoulder blade off the mat. And with your right hand on your left knee, you can help press that knee down and away from the body until you find that sweet spot, that perfect twist. And then close your eyes and breathe into it. On a big in-breath, roll back onto your back. Moving your hips back to the center of the mat, go ahead and straighten and relax your left leg. Roll over onto your left side with that right foot behind or resting on your right knee. Keep that right shoulder blade on the mat. And then you can bring your left hand onto your right knee just to help you explore the boundaries of this twist in a very gentle way. Comfortable or look straight up, and then close your eyes and breathe deeply. And on a big in-breath, roll back onto your back. Move your hips back to the center, hug your knees in close, and then bring your nose toward your knees. Shoulders relaxed, feeling a nice stretch in the back of your body. Then place your hands behind your knees and rock forward and back. Massaging out your spine. Good. And then settling onto your back, straighten and relax your legs. Let your feet be as wide as your mat. Let your feet fall out to the sides, relaxing your legs all the way up into your hips. Arms roll out by your sides, palms facing up. Shimmy your shoulders down away from your ears, maybe even tucking your shoulders up under your rib cage for support. Nice open heart. Looking up toward the sky. Close your eyes. Make whatever little adjustments you need to make to get completely comfortable, and then give yourself permission to let go as you soften into Shavasana. You can take breathing deeply in through the nose and exhaling with a sigh, letting it all out. Inhaling again, deep, rich, full breath in. Exhaling with a sigh. One more time. Making it count. Inhale, letting the breath be like a magnet, attracting anything that no longer serves you. And exhaling, expelling it out of the body, letting it go. Good. And then letting your breathing get relaxed and organic. Very spontaneous, natural. effortless, as if the breath is breathing you. Let everything soften and relax around the breath. Feeling the muscles in your legs and your hips releasing now. Relaxing your pelvis, all the muscles in and around your pelvis. Softening. And in your belly, soften your organs. Let go of any holding you've been doing there. Feel the tension leaving your body as you surrender more and more, getting lighter and freer. See the tension seeping out of your body, being absorbed by Mother Earth, composted, transmuted. See the tension leaving your body, floating up toward the sky, dissipating, burning off as it hits the atmosphere. Feel this softness, this release in the muscles around your rib cage and your back, the sides, your chest. Feel the release of the muscles between each rib, letting your entire rib cage release and expand in all directions. Feeling a sense of space and freedom in your heart cave now. Letting your heart be open and strong and relaxed all at the same time. Letting your lungs be strong, clear, healthy, expansive. And feel this release working its way deep into your shoulders. Feel this softening deep in your shoulders, all the way down your arms into your fingertips. Feel this release from your shoulders working its way all the way up your neck and throat to the base of your skull. Releasing the muscles in your jaw and in your mouth. All the muscles in your face softening now. The muscles around and behind your eyes softening. Let your eyeballs rest back as if they're resting on soft little pillows. And feel this release, this softening all the way up into your forehead. Letting it move all the way through your scalp to the very base of your skull at the back of your neck, softening those muscles there. Feel yourself soft, relaxed, light and free. And at the same time, very supported, very grounded, very stable, all in a very balanced and healthy way. And letting your mind be wide open like a blue sky, spacious, expansive. Letting any thoughts that come up simply float by like clouds in that sky. Watch as they float by, becoming the observer, the witness of those clouds, of those thoughts. And allowing yourself to be the observer, the witness of your thoughts without being attached to them. Allow yourself to be the witness of them today. Simply noticing with a sense of curiosity, kind of an interest and curiosity, just simply noticing your thoughts today. Become the noticer, the witness, the observer. And feel more and more space, expansiveness, freedom open up for you in your mind, in your heart, and in your body. And when you're ready, begin to breathe deeply again. Breathing deep, energizing breaths back into your body as you slowly bring your awareness all the way back into your body, becoming aware of all of the places where your body makes contact with the surface beneath you. Becoming aware of your arms and your legs, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. Roll your head gently from side to side. And on your next big in-breath, lift your arms above your head into a full body stretch, stretching from your fingers all the way down into your toes. And then exhale, hug your knees in close. Give yourself a big loving hug. And whenever you're ready, roll over onto your side and rest here. Taking your time. Slowly, with awareness, making the transition back up to a seated position. Bringing your hands together in prayer, let us seal the practice with intention. So bowing to your own heart, recognizing how very fertile the mind is in this moment. You've created some very fertile ground here. I invite you to plant a seed of intention for your day, for your weekend, perhaps even for the weeks that come. Listen for an intention and then plant it in that very fertile soil bed of your mind. Good. And in recognition of that very creative power that lies within us all, the divine light that shines within us all, in salute, we say, Namaste. So I want to invite you over the course of the day and the next several days to become a witness and an observer of your thoughts and the feelings that come up for you and how you treat yourself based on your thoughts and your feelings that you notice and that you witness. I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday who said that she had spent so much time, she had spent enough time in her life in a couple of relatively deep depressions, and that when she finally got herself out of it, we've done a lot of work together. She's been through the yoga teacher training, and she's done my coaching program and has read my book. And with the tools that she's gained, she said she's really learned how to get herself into a very healthy, balanced state. But that she found that she was starting to resist dealing with some of the grief and the sadness. She's in the process of losing a loved one and has some difficult things going on in her life, but that she acknowledged that she was afraid to give herself permission to feel that, because she was afraid that if she did, she would feel herself getting pulled back into a depression. And she also acknowledged that right alongside not being willing to give herself permission to feel the sadness and the grief that would be a normal and healthy response to what she's experiencing right now, she's also not giving herself permission to experience the joy and the happiness and the peace that she used to have access to. Because what happens is, if we are not willing to feel any emotion, positive or negative, good or bad, whatever you want to judge it or label it, the minute we stop giving ourselves permission to feel the full spectrum of emotion, fullness of all of them, we can't numb ourselves to the sadness and the grief and still expect to fully feel the joy and the bliss and the happiness and the peace. So that's the invitation I want to give you today, is and for the weekend really, is to become the observer and the witness of how you handle and treat your emotions. Because emotions are just energy. Emotions are energy in motion. And the minute we resist, those emotions persist, right? Whatever we resist persists. If we are fighting it and resisting it, we're starting to tense around those emotions, contract around those emotions, and hold on to them in the body. And that's actually what depression is. Depression is in itself is not an emotion. Depression is a result of suppressed emotion. So if we can give ourselves permission to experience a healthier relationship with our emotions, then we can start to feel more at peace in our bodies, in our minds, in our hearts, and actually have access to true joy. So I just want to plant that seed of thought for you. And if that is interesting to you, if you want to explore those types of things more deeply, if you want to go deeper, then I want to encourage you to check out my book if you haven't already. That's exactly the sort of thing that I write about in this book. The book focuses on 3 key areas: your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your emotions, and your relationships with others and with life itself, and how it is that you are creating your life, whether or not you're creating the life that you really ultimately want. And you can find out more about that book at ericaboucher.com or showingupnaked.com. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Brian, for being my wonderful co-host and assistant. And please make sure to comment on what you got out of this practice. Give me some feedback. Say hello, say something. And until next time, namaste.